The worst Uber ever coyote edition. Hey y'all, Ellen here. So you think your life is tough? Try being a coyote. First off, forget fancy cars, our ride is basically sprinting across fields at 3 in the morning. And the passengers, a pack of your loudest, smelliest relatives. Talk about a road trip from heck. Imagine needing to chase down your dinner every single night, no DoorDash, no Grubhub, just you and your rumbling tummy against a jackrabbit who's also seen those nature documentaries. It's like trying to order a pizza when everyone else is also craving pepperoni and suddenly, it's the Hunger Games. And the worst part? The judgment. We're like the Kardashians of the animal kingdom. Everyone's got an opinion on our love life, our hunting skills, even our howl. Chowing down on leftover lettuce, a culinary nightmare. Okay, let's talk food. Or should I say the lack thereof. In the wild, we coyotes have to be resourceful. We don't have the luxury of a well-stocked fridge or a fancy restaurant. Nope, it's all about survival. Sometimes that means scavenging in the most unlikely places. Urban areas, desolate landscapes, you name it. We're not picky eaters. We'll try anything once. But sometimes a coyote's gotta do what a coyote's gotta do. And that might involve scarfing down some questionable leftovers behind a dumpster. Ever tried week-old lettuce? Trust me, it's not as glamorous as it sounds. But hey, when you're hungry, you can't afford to be choosy. Then there's the dating scene. Oy vey, it's basically like Tinder, but with more howling and chasing your tail. You swipe right on a cute coyote, hoping for a romantic moonlight howlfest. But then you meet their crazy ex, who also happens to be your third cousin twice removed. It's a jungle out there, folks. And no, I'm not talking about the rainforest. And don't even get me started on the humans. They build these giant houses right in the middle of our hood, then get all surprised when we show up for a casual sniff around the rose bushes. It's like, dude, we were here first. Navigating this urban jungle is no easy feat. We have to dodge cars, avoid traps, and still find time to socialize. It's a tough life, but someone's gotta live it. And let's not forget the constant search for food. Whether it's a discarded pizza slice or a half-eaten burger, every meal is a victory. But sometimes you just want a decent meal, you know? So next time you see a coyote rummaging through your trash, cut us some slack. We're just trying to survive in a world that's constantly changing around us. And maybe, just maybe, leave out some fresh lettuce once in a while. We might just surprise you with a thank you howl. After all, we're all just trying to make it through this culinary nightmare together. So here's to the scavengers, the survivors, and the unexpected diners. May your leftovers always be fresh and your nights filled with howls. And remember, we're not just pests. We're part of the ecosystem, playing our role in the grand scheme of things. So next time you see us, give a little nod of respect. We're just doing our best to survive, just like you. It's a wild world out there, and we're all in it together. Stay wild, stay curious, and keep howling at the moon. Dating app disasters, Coyote edition. Ever wondered what it's like to navigate the wild world of dating as a coyote? Well, let me tell you, it's not as easy as it looks. Speaking of humans, they really don't understand a good howl. To us, it's a beautiful symphony, a way to communicate and connect with our pack. We're just trying to express ourselves, maybe serenade a potential mate. It's our version of a love song, but humans just don't get it. But no, they have to call animal control. It's like they think we're causing a ruckus on purpose. It's like, chill out, Karen, it's just a song. We're not trying to ruin your night, just trying to find a little romance. And don't you dare try to explain the concept of personal space to a pack of coyote pups. They have no idea what that means. They're cute and cuddly, sure, but they also have boundless energy and curiosity. But they also have this uncanny ability to find your last nerve and chew on it relentlessly. It's like they have a radar for mischief. Imagine trying to meditate with 10 tiny furballs bouncing off your head. It's a test of patience, to say the least. Life throws us coyotes a lot of curveballs. From dodging cars in urban areas to finding food in challenging environments. But you know what? We're survivors. We're resilient. We adapt and thrive no matter what comes our way. And we always manage to find the humor in even the most ridiculous situations. It's what keeps us going. Because at the end of the day, laughter is the best medicine. It helps us cope with the ups and downs of life. Well, that and a good belly rub. There's nothing quite like it to lift your spirits, but don't tell anyone I said that. It's our little secret. Humans. They don't get us, do they? It's like we're living in two completely different worlds, even though we share the same space. They go about their lives, completely oblivious to the fact that we have our own routines and ways of doing things. Remember that time I mentioned humans and their lack of chill? They always seem to be in a rush, never taking a moment to just relax and enjoy the world around them. Well, one time I was just minding my own business, taking a nap under a particularly shady tree. It was the perfect spot, cool and quiet, just the way I like it. Suddenly, bam! This giant metal contraption with blinking lights and spinning blades almost took me out. I had no idea what it was at first, and it scared the living daylights out of me. Turns out it was a lawnmower. Who knew that humans would invent such a noisy, terrifying machine just to cut grass? Apparently humans are obsessed with having perfectly manicured lawns, even if it means terrorizing innocent coyotes. And another thing, They have this strange habit of putting all sorts of weird, smelly things in our trash. Why do they insist on putting those weird, smelly things in our trash? It's like they're trying to make our lives more difficult on purpose. You know, the ones that make loud crunch noises when you step on them? It's like a trap, waiting to startle us when we least expect it. It's like they're trying to give us a heart attack. Every time I hear that noise, I jump out of my fur. But I gotta admit, those humans can be pretty entertaining sometimes. They do the funniest things without even realizing it. I once saw this guy walking his dog, a tiny little thing with a pink sparkly leash. The dog looked like it was on a mission, determined to explore every inch of the sidewalk. The dog was pulling with all its might, and the guy was practically being dragged down the street. It was like watching a comedy show unfold right in front of me. I swear, I almost choked on my laughter. Moments like these remind me that life is full of surprises and humor, even if it comes from the most unexpected places. It's good to be a coyote. We get to observe the world from a unique perspective, finding joy in the little things and laughing at the absurdities of life. That one time I got my head stuck in a watermelon. Don't ask. Speaking of laughter, you wouldn't believe the things we see out in the wild. Once, I swear, I saw a squirrel riding a raccoon like it was a horse. Another time I watched a whole family of ducks try to cross a busy highway. Talk about your reality TV. But the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me? Well, let's just say it involved a watermelon, a whole lot of curiosity, and a very undignified rescue by a bunch of giggling squirrels. I'll spare you the details, but trust me, it was not my finest moment. So yeah, being a coyote ain't always easy.